It's always fun when St. Patrick's Day falls on a Saturday, which it does this year. This Saturday, March 17th, St. Patrick's Day, lots of things going on around the state of Maine. With us here on 207 to talk about them, Shannon Bryan from fitmaine.com. Good to have you here. Thanks for coming in.
A pleasure to be here as always.
On the scale of holidays, where does St. Patrick's Day fall for you personally in terms of the anticipation, the excitement that you have for it?
Well, I'm very excited. Obviously, St. Patrick's Day does coincide with a little bit of like revelry and beer drinking, which I'm obviously a fan of. And as you said, having it on a Saturday, more reason to celebrate.
Yeah, it just doesn't get any better. Of all the days, that's the one where you want it. All right, let's start with some of the events that are going to be happening on St. Patrick's Day around Maine. We'll begin with beer, burger, and bike. This is happening at Carter's Cross Country Ski Center in Bethel.
Yeah, a lot of B words happening this Saturday. Yeah, it's a great trifecta. We've talked about fat bikes before. If you've made it through the winter so far and you haven't had a chance to check out a fat bike, they're going to be doing fat bike demos. So for 20 bucks, you get the demo, a beer, and a burger over at Carter's in Bethel. And also, you know, this is a great trail system, so you can rent cross-country skis, snowshoes, or a fat bike for the rest of the day, and you can just make an afternoon of it.
$20 is a good deal, by the way.
Absolutely.
And plenty of snow up there.
Oh yes, it just so happens we've had a few storms, so yeah, the trails are looking good.
All right, if you can't get to that, here's an event that's happening in Portland. It's called the Be Well St. Patty's Day Bend and Boot Camp, happening from 10:30 to 12:30. 10:30 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. at Bunker Brewing.
Yes, absolutely. Another good combination of fitness and then beer sampling after. It's happening at Bunker Brewery, excuse me. So you'll start off with 45 minutes of like a boot camp, stretching. You're gonna get your blood pressure up. You're gonna be doing lots of sweating. And then afterwards, you'll get a flight of Bunker Brewing beers, of course, but even better, the mashed food truck is gonna be there. If you're not familiar with this food truck, they make all this delicious food. All of it is served on a bed of mashed potatoes. So you've got fitness, beer, mashed potatoes, all in one afternoon.
So as so often happens at this kind of event, every single calorie that you burn off at the boot camp will be doubled afterwards with the potatoes and the beer.
Yeah, we like to say it's a wash, but it's really not.
No,
you're probably eating way more than you're burning, but it's still a ton of fun.
It's a big net increase. Aerial Fundamentals Workshop. This is going on from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. again on Saturday at Meta Studios in Biddeford.
Yeah, aerial yoga and all these like aerial trapeze and stuff, like they're sweeping the nation. There's a lot of yoga studios around Maine that have been popping up with aerial trapeze yoga. And Meta Studios is doing this fundamentals workshop. So if you're curious about it, you're curious if you're going to be able to flip yourself upside down, do these inversions, this is a great opportunity to give it a try. It's beginner friendly and you'll learn all of the basics.
Here's one that sounds like a lot of fun. This is happening in Fort Kent. It is the Lucky Leprechaun Snowshoe Hike going on in the afternoon starting at 1 o'clock at the Fort Kent Outdoor Center.
Yeah, absolutely. This is a very family-friendly, beginner-friendly event. You're going to have a guided snowshoe at the trails at the Fort Kent Outdoor Center. And of course, this is a great place to snowshoe or cross-country ski any time of year. But you'll spend 10 bucks, you'll get the guided hike. There are going to be snacks and drinks, and they're going to give away some prizes too.
All right, let's end with something that's really crazy, and you have found just the thing. The mattress race, occurring at Shawnee Peak in Bridgeton, starting at 1 o'clock in the afternoon on Saturday.
Yeah, I love as Maine starts heading into spring because all these kind of kooky events start popping up at the ski centers. And you know, the mattress race at Shawnee Peak is just like such an example. Yes, you do need to bring your own mattress. You got a twin, full queen, or whatever, just hanging out. You have to bring it, but then you get to ride a mattress down the main slope at Shawnee Peak, and it's a lot of fun, and it's an excuse to like have a silly story to tell at the end of the year.
You're absolutely right. In the second half of March and in April, that's when the wackiest events occur at the ski areas. And I would argue actually the most fun because the weather tends to be nice. If you get some sunshine and people are in a good mood and you're doing crazy things like mattress racing, it's just a lot of fun.
You combine cabin fever with lots of snow and people just come up with crazy events, and I love every one of them.
Shaking up a bottle of fizzy soda, taking the top off. All happening on St. Patrick's Day. Happy St. Patrick's Day to you, Shannon. Thanks for being here.
Same to you.
Stay with us. We're going to be back with more of 207 in just a moment.